Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Dinner Bros Pod here. I got my guy Ryan Johnson still here with me. We also have very excited about two special guests in the building today. We have our very own Anna Cantrell and Brooke Beckadam. It's kind of like give a damn, right? She actually told me how to pronounce it today earlier before we got on the show.
Pronounce hers correctly? Is it Cantrell or Cantrell?
Cantrell.
Cantrell, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cantrell.
All right, well, we're from I don't know if you're from the South, but
People from back home say Cantrell.
Yeah, you can't hit that Alabama twang and accent there.
Okay.
All right, so
Roll Tide.
War Eagle.
and they're coming on today to talk about where is a girl's preference on how and where to meet a guy. So, but before we dive into the topic, we kind of want to walk into you guys' background, just let us know where you're from, how you got to be in Nashville, and all the things. So I guess, Anna, we'll start with you.
Sure. I'm from a small town in Alabama. It's like an hour north of Auburn. I got to Nashville 3.5 years ago. I moved up here for grad school, and I've been here ever since. I finished grad school. I've been working. I was a teacher, and now I do like behavior therapy with little kids with autism. And yeah, I love Nashville. I've been downtown. I lived outside of downtown for a year. I've been downtown for 2.5 years, and it's great. And that's how I met Brooke.
Interesting. So you said an hour north of Auburn.
Correct.
Right. So where does the Roll Tide come into that?
I grew up all Alabama. Everybody from back home goes to Auburn, but growing up,
like a traitor to me. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Grew up Roll Tide.
Got your family was Roll Tide as well.
Yes.
So okay.
My family would disown me if I went to Auburn.
Wow.
Sometimes it's okay. My family disowned. I have a family full of Alabama fans, and I decided to take the high route.
So you heard them.
Brooke, how about yourself?
Well, I am originally from Pennsylvania. I moved to Nashville after I went to Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here for like 2.5 years now. I work remotely, so like I kind of graduated in that weird COVID era where we could just kind of move wherever, hope for the best, and so I ended up here. I ended up moving into the same building as Anna. I noticed she had a very lovely Roll Tide wreath on her door. And so I knew we were going to be friends, but I don't know. I mean, when did we
We had lived in the building because I think we both moved in like the same time, but we didn't start hanging out till like 6 months later.
Yeah. Well, I remember I found you in the parking garage one time, and I was like,
and
that's not creepy, is it?
Hey. Yeah, it's kind of creepy now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But you gave me your
live
number
next door.
because we were talking about like where we were going to watch. I think it was
The SEC
Championship. Yeah. And so we were like talking about where we were going to watch it because obviously, there's the Bama bar downtown. So she was like, give me your number and we'll figure it out. And then I ran into sweet Anna in the elevator and I asked her when she was going. I was alone that day and I didn't really have many friends here at this point. And so I asked her, oh, are you going, to the bar? Like, can I come with you and watch it? She's like, well, it's actually my birthday and I have a party bus with like 45 people coming. And so I'm not going there.
Did you get the invite?
I'll talk to you later. No.
Wow. That's rude as hell. You didn't give an invite? What difference would 46 have made on the party bus?
None. It was just, I didn't know if she would want to go. I didn't know she didn't have plans. Like,
so then I think the best part about this is we really didn't know much about each other. We were like, we don't know if they, like to go out. We don't know what your preferences are or anything. And then I randomly got one of the, the reservations for one of those holiday pop-up bars because it was around this time of year. And I had made it so far in advance and I just thought, let me text her and see if she'd like to go downtown and grab a holiday drink. And we went. You want to finish the next part of this?
Yeah, so we went and we had been there like an hour, just like talking about our backgrounds, whatever, our time at Bama. She was talking about her ex-boyfriends and listed them, went in the whole story about one of her exes, and then the next one, and then finished the conversation out with oh yeah, and I dated this guy. And I was like,
small town, isn't it?
I dated that guy.
Yeah. And so you guys have been inseparable ever since.
Yeah.
And I will shout out to you guys, right? Because once we started calling for female talent, right, we wanted to have different perspective, different voice on the show. You guys were one of the first ones that actually hit us up. It was like, hey, we'd like to be featured on the show. And so that kind of moves us into, say it again, Ryan.
We're honored.
Yeah, as always. Anytime we can get some talent on here, we're honored. So that kind of moves us into the show title for today, right? So where's a girl's preference to meet a guy? And so as we dive into the topic, there's some subtopics here that'll help us, kind of guide the conversation. And so first subtopic here, right, as a guy, and just let me know if I'm wrong here, right? So we've always been told, like, not to really hit on girls in public, like at the gym, at the bar, at the grocery store, on a walk or whatever. And then what we also hear that, girls don't really like to meet you on social media either.
So when the hell are we supposed to?
Right, yeah. So what are we supposed to do?
Oh man.
Did we stump you already?
Yeah.
No. I think like one of the things that I think her and I struggled with, like, when we were going out, we were trying to meet people, because you have the whole side of things that are like, you see somebody on a dating app. Okay, where are you going to meet them? How is that going to work? Is it going to be the same in person as it is, over the app, over text, social media, all that kind of stuff. But then you also have people that you meet organically, and you're like, all right, you're out in a bar somewhere. Like, is this facade that they're putting on tonight the same thing that is actually their real life? So I think there's like two different aspects of it. And I don't know, what else would you say? Like,
I don't know.
It is tough.
We're going to come back to that because that's interesting. We'll come back to that. Good.
I think for me, like out in the wild, and like when I go to the
Define the wild. What's the wild?
The
Define the wild.
could be like any natural environment. Like, I don't know. Like,
Well, that's a literal definition.
like you mentioned the grocery store,
Right.
then obviously like bars and that scene, but even like at the gym, at the grocery store. I think for me personally, I would never approach a guy, even if I would want them to approach me, because that's just my personality. Like, I'm not, like, I've always been like more not gonna come up and talk to you, but I would see like a hot guy and be like, dang.
So you're gonna let somebody else snatch that up?
Yes, because I would not say anything.
But would you give him a signal to, like, hey, like, I'm into you? Like,
No. Eye contact, walk away, he should know.
Did you understand? That's damn near impossible for a guy.
It is.
I know, I'm not in a relationship, obviously.
Right. And why is that obvious?
It's not working.
So you saying, so you're not in a relationship now, are you saying there's an opportunity to kind of change some things up, or?
Yeah. I mean, something's got to change.
Yeah. Interesting. So you said, back to your point.
2024. Did you eat grapes under the table this year?
No.
What's that mean? I'm lost.
It's like a superstition thing.
So
I don't really know
You
the
eat
whole.
grapes under a table at midnight on New Year's Eve, then you're supposed to get in a relationship. I think
Something
that's
like
what
that.
I heard.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We both did it last year.
Well,
Have you ever heard that before?
I
So that might be some white folk shit. So I don't
and you talking about the bulldog. and
Hey, the white folks know that we love them, man. Anyways, but back to your comment about having a facade, right? Like at the bar or whatever, that could be kind of putting on the air or whatever. Couldn't that also be said for someone like on a first date, right? Because like you're gonna get as dressed up as possible. You're gonna present your best self, like a job interview.
No, totally. It definitely could. I just think sometimes, like, when you meet somebody out, it's not getting the full picture just the same way as when you meet somebody in social media. It's not the full picture of like what their profile represents isn't exactly what they're going to be, and what they're like that night at the bar is not necessarily what they're going to be either.
Right.
I think is the difficult part.
Okay, so maybe I'm just not lit. How would you prefer to meet somebody?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm very much the opposite of Anna. Like, I will approach somebody and just kind of like shoot my shot. But I didn't half the time it really ever worked out. But
so does it matter where a guy? Well, I guess speaking to you, does it matter where a guy approaches you? I know you said you like out in the wild. So would you prefer to meet somebody at the grocery store over the bar or something? Because there's a stigma where guys at the bars are just like fuck boys or whatnot.
Right.
And
the jungle, really.
Yeah.
The jungle, really. I've never been approached by a man at a grocery store, but I think I would like that.
Even if you weren't attracted to him.
Oh, that makes it different.
Exactly. and see, here's the part.
I would appreciate it though. Like it would make me.
As long as it wasn't creepy.
Right.
So you wouldn't be creeped out by it if the approach wasn't creepy.
Oh, I mean, if it's like some old weird man, I would be creeped out. But
Yo,
if it's
here's
like
the thing
nice
though.
young
I
guy-
feel like there's
Right.
like also a difference of like, yo, some guy's coming up to you in like the Aldi parking lot. You're gonna be like, yo, I don't know about
What you got
this.
against
But it's
Aldi?
like, yo, like Whole Foods. Whole Foods, you might be, I don't know.
Oh, what you got? So if he approached you at Aldi, then that ain't. But you were at Aldi though, so it could.
I did,
Yeah, I know.
and I got my tires slashed.
Everybody
there,
got an
so-
image to uphold.
And I got my tires slashed there, so.
Yeah, but they also drove through the door of your apartment building.
They
though,
did.
so-
They did. They did.
Oh,
I don't live there anymore.
Where the hell
but-
you live? Oh, okay. Yeah, man, Antioch and all play.
All right, so
Yo, literally, our old building was the Antioch of Midtown.
Midtown.
what?
Don't say it.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But she still lives there. Let's edit that part out, please.
We can edit that part out.
Yeah. No, it was just like the wild, wild west. It was like, there was homeless people in the lobby. There was sheets of concrete falling down to the pool deck.
Shit.
The pool wasn't filled at one point.
It's
It
a
was
safety
like
hazard.
a skate park.
Yeah.
I found somebody's teeth in the gym.
Mm-mm. Well, you're a title now. They kind of teach you how to knock folks' teeth
Yeah.
out if they kind of give you problems.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't sound too much different. Damn, I can't talk. From where we used to live, it was dog shit literally in the middle.
Yeah.
But you couldn't beat the fucking price up.
No, you couldn't beat the price for the location. For the location, so we shut the fuck up about it. Just like the pool, they would bring glass to the pool, and the pool would be decommissioned for 8 weeks. I'm like, you only got the pool for 12
They
or
would
13
decommission
weeks.
it because of glass?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They
your
say,
foot would just find it and you just hope for the best.
Oh, no, it'd be decommissioned now. So it'd be 95 degrees, and you got no pool to go to.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just sweating out there.
Mm. Isn't there a picture of me in like a donut shaped pool float
Yeah.
just sitting on concrete
Mhm.
in the middle? Like,
Uh-huh.
Man, the life.
goo lagoon.
So to Anna's point, it sounds like the guy's gonna be doing most of the work wherever the hell he meets you at, and so you really don't have a preference on that.
No.
I
Yeah,
just,
I
I
mean,
just want to ask one thing. Have y'all refilled y'all's glasses at all?
no, I haven't.
Okay.
We got a brand new bottle here for
I
you.
just,
Yeah.
man, we may need to calm somebody down over there.
Continue.
I'm sorry, Emma.
No. No, like I said, I've always been more shy, like not. I'm scared to approach a man, so I'm not. I
Is it
just
the
don't.
rejection factor, or like
Yeah.
do you?
Yeah.
Have you never heard the saying, the answer's always no, unless you ask?
I will, like, if I'm like pretty drunk out,
Mhm.
then I don't really care, and I will. But no, not it's just typical.
And I'm going to give you some
circumstances.
free game real quick.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you want to hear it, but guys are easy, like very easy. And so, I know me, and I feel like most guys would think this, like just because you made the attempt to approach them, because I don't see guys just turning too many like women down these days anyway. Even if you just start stuttering and all this other stuff, they'll think
That would
it's
happen.
cute. They'll think it's cute. I'm like, and they'll still go back to the boys. They'll still go back to their boys, and they may talk about you a little bit, but like, hey.
That's their worst nightmare.
Right. But you still got a potential to be on the team.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, man, this fine ass girl just came up to me, and I said it because you're not a bad looking woman,
Thank you.
and so they're like, oh man, this fine ass girl just walked up to me. What? Oh, can I not say that?
Yeah, you can say
You
that.
can say that.
Oh, well, you're attractive as well.
Yeah, keep going, man. Don't pay Becca no damn attention.
Yeah, I got you and her, like stuff I can't. No, I'm playing. But I'm just saying, like, you walk up to a guy and he's like, oh man, like this bad just came up to me, and like, so I think it would be nice that you may need to try to like
I need
approach
to.
somebody.
I need to.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good encouragement.
Yeah. Look at you,
I'm here-
always keeping
I'm
the
here for
folks
the people.
encouraged.
I'm for the people.
Wait, can we ask you guys a question now?
Yeah, go always.
So, like, all right, so let's say a girl comes up to you in the bar and asks you a question, maybe something, I don't know, along the lines of like, is Vermont a real state? Like, is Vermont real? What would you say?
I'd
Like,
say,
would
yeah,
you be
I'd say
like,
yes, it's a real state out here. It has great fall foliage.
But have you been?
I have not, but I've seen photos of people that have gone. Cool Instagram.
do you know
and
anybody
everything.
that's ever been?
Yes, I do know some people personally. There was a girl I got hooked up with, and she went.
So
Had a great time.
But
She actually
you
played
haven't
the
been
Zach
there.
Bryan song "Fear and Fridays" to a reel she created with the fall foliage. It was amazing. Yeah.
That could have been upstate New York.
No, it had the Vermont tag on it.
They have tags.
Do they?
You know, like the location tag on Instagram.
Oh.
And so I had to
You
assume
can
that she was
Photoshop
telling the
that.
truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy to Photoshop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Michael Jackson turned white, but he was black. So what does that mean?
I don't know what that has to do with
No. The point is, at some point, you got to take something at face value. So if she says, "Hey, I'm in Vermont," then I have to believe that, right?
I mean, I guess. You still don't know, though. It's
But that's my point. So you'll never know about anything in life.
right.
But at some
Okay.
point,
But
you
so
gotta
let's go
believe
back.
that.
Let's go back to the subject then. So like, if some girl, like random girl, walks up to you and is like, "Yo, is Vermont real?" And then they start talking to you, like,
And I'm
Just
attracted
like-
to her?
yeah.
Yeah, I keep talking to
Is
her.
that just like you just keep talking to her?
Yeah, but
Like
are
if some
you
girl
real?
just asks you like a random bullshit question.
Yeah, I tell her your game is weak as hell, but like I'll keep talking to her.
But the thing about it is, the thing about it is with dudes, it's not necessarily what you say though.
Do what now?
It's not necessarily what you say with dudes. Like if you come up to me and you approach me, I think you're hot. Like I don't really care what you say, unless you're like, never mind, I'm not gonna say that.
No, say it.
No,
We're
I'm not gonna
not
go
hiding
there.
from a damn thing, though.
Say it again.
We're not hiding from a damn thing, remember?
Okay, so if she said, "Hey, I believe in Satan," then I'm like, I am not doing that.
No.
So it would matter to some extent. It would matter to some extent, like what you actually say in that regard.
Sure.
But like you could say like some of the wildest shit ever, and I think you're hot. Yeah, I'm about it. What's up?
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. So
That was extreme.
yeah, it was extreme. But see, that's why I said I didn't want to say it, but you forced my hand. Though.
Now I forced your hand.
You been forcing my hand.
I ain't been forced.
All right. So I'll move on to the second point here. So dating apps.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a place, right, where we can kind of hide what they say, the trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers and all that. You can kind of hide behind the screen. You don't necessarily have to put yourself on Front Street. The rejection.
I hate dating apps, by the way.
You do?
Yes.
I think they're amazing.
That I know.
Why do you think they're
I-
amazing?
I hate it.
Hold on. Are you interviewing me?
I don't know.
No, I'm just messing with you.
I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
but as always, I'll answer the question. You always hear there's a lot of fish in the sea, right? On the dating apps, there are a lot of fish in the sea, and you can see all different types of people, like what they do for work, like what they do for fun. It's just like never really ending. It's a never ending sea, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's always like, what's behind door number one? What's behind door number two? So I like that aspect of it.
That's fair.
Sure.
But I guess, but back to you, Anna, right? So that it allows you to kind of hide behind
True.
that proverbial screen there. So like, you like dating apps? What's been your experience with it?
I've used dating apps for a while. And I will say I usually don't message first. That's why I don't like. I still have Bumble, but I like never use it because you have to message first, and I just don't. But yeah, I like it, and I've met like lots of great guys, and I've had honestly some of my best friends have come from dating apps that it just like didn't work out, but now we're like best friends. But as far as a relationship from a dating app, I've gotten close, but I've never been in a relationship from a dating app.
So did you end up like friend zoning those guys, or like did they friend zone you?
Weird.
I think I've had
You can laugh. That's hilarious.
had a lot of situationships from dating apps, and it's kind of been either a mutual thing or yeah, it can go either way.
Yeah. Any horror stories?
Oh God, I shouldn't. I could make a list on the spot. I can't think of much. You remember the guy that she went with me. It was it was a more casual thing, and we went to Red Door.
Oh my God.
And to get drinks, and
Yeah.
I had told this guy, I was like, my friend's gonna come, we're gonna hang out, it'll be fine.
For sure.
And I had so my prompts on Hinge right now are it's really stupid, and it's like dry humor, but that's me. So it's like you have 3 on Hinge, and so it's like mine are all centered around like one topic, and so this guy was like, okay, our first back and forth was like, I need to apply to date you. I need to submit my application. I was like, okay,
I
yeah.
used it before.
Yeah. And I like went with it and I was like, yeah, like bring your resume, like be prepared. Man shows up with a resume that he
understood the assignment.
created for this date. Yeah. And it was impressive.
Yeah. So he understood the assignment.
I think that's cute though.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really nice.
Yeah.
And it was honestly, it was so funny, but that was a good one.
He kept looking at me for approval too. I felt a little weird.
Yeah.
So it was the three of y'all there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why were you included on this? Why were you just?
I don't know.
Because it was, I don't know.
It was really
why.
random.
It was just like, I think we really just thought it was going to be something more like casual. Like, I don't think.
He was really.
Because again, like she said, like a lot of our best friends that we've made here in Nashville, like we've just met through dating apps and stuff. Was that y'all's first time?
Yeah, it was the first time.
I don't know why I was
Haven't
there
seen
by
him since
myself.
either.
To be honest with you, I
Sound like
really
you were cock
don't.
blocking to me.
I don't.
I'm playing.
Honestly,
I don't
you
know.
were probably hyping me up, which made it worse because.
Yeah, because it's like you don't have any friends. I need somebody here reinforcing me. I'm telling you right now, if I went on a first date with a girl and her friend was there, I'd be like, man, what the fuck is this?
Wait, Megan and Clark.
Yeah, honestly, okay. One of my best friends met her fiance on Hinge, and I ended up being on their first date, and they're getting married in like a few weeks. So
she's the maid of honor.
A Hinge
And
designed to be deleted.
there,
That's the mantra.
works for some people.
But most of the time, like in that role for the two of us, when we both lived like in the same building, we were kind of near Las Palmas, and so if there was somebody that we were getting ready to meet, or like we were, you know, doing the first time meetup, we'd be like, all right, are you home? Can I call you? Can you watch us walk there? Can we like go to Las Palmas and like you'll be there? So we were always, either one of us would be on standby, ready to go to jump in at any situation.
I love a more casual first date, like Mexican.
Yeah, like you can wear like something like this, or like not a lot of pressure.
And then like the next date, like take me to like Oku. But I have had that happen, so that's like my standard in some ways. Okay. Honestly, first dates I've been taken to. I went to the Optimist for a first date like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Did you previously know the guy? Like that sounds a little intimidating.
That guy was from out of state too.
He lives in Missouri. He came all the way here.
You gotta find somebody from out of state.
And took me to the Optimist and then left the next day.
Oh, damn that. Not saying that you ain't worth that, but I'm thinking like, I mean, I've done some shit in my life, but Lord. Would you do that, Ron? What if you had the hunch that she would do it for you?
I would need to know her occupation.
This guy was a
optometrist.
Yeah, he's a
okay, so he probably does that on a regular, but an old regular diggler.
Yeah, he does it on a regular. An old regular diggler like me, I'm just a recruiter, you know. So yeah, I can't do that much. I can take you to a little nice Mexican restaurant like Super Rica or something.
Right, no.
Hey, that's my jam there.
That place is fire.
Yeah, that's my jam there. Top 5 restaurant in Nashville.
Definitely.
But okay, so how about yourself? Dating apps, what do you think?
Dating apps?
Yeah, just your experience, like.
No, I mean, I think I've met like some really good friends through dating apps. I think like for me, when I moved to Nashville, I was dating somebody. So like, I didn't really have that experience of just like kind of going out and meeting all new people. So like once I, broke up with him and I was ready to kind of dive back in, like she kind of encouraged me to get on Hinge, and like, we just had fun with it. Like we didn't take it seriously. She helped me set up my profile, and like, we literally just had fun with it. Like we never took it too seriously. So for me, at least, I was just like, if I found something out of it, it was going to be like an added benefit, but I was more so just looking to like, get back out there, have fun, and
get
like,
your feet wet.
just kind of like try and figure out what I wanted at that point,
So one thing both of you guys said is y'all made a lot of friends off of here. So it seems like y'all are swiping right on these guys, and it's just in hell with it.
It's either like it's honestly usually been like most of the time a mutual thing of where like we don't see each other romantically, but like really like each other, so like we've become friends.
Yeah. Or like, Nashville's a really small town, so odds are you're going to run into that person again.
Right.
So like if it doesn't work out, I mean, just because it doesn't work out doesn't mean it has to go badly, right? You might just not
That's true.
have
That's a very mature answer there.
Yeah. It doesn't mean that it has to end where, you never talk to each other again. Because in this city, we all know that's not going to happen. So just like being able to then see people out, you still, I mean, like I told you guys before, like I'm not afraid to go up to people. So if I went out with somebody and then I saw them out, like I'll go up and say, hey, I'll ask them how they're doing, you know, see what's going on. And then it just kind of stems from there. And I think that's how we've really kept like friend relationships with a lot of people, because we're social butterflies. We're always out and we just run into people.
Is it different, like if a guy gets his feelings hurt, or like you guys get your feelings hurt and vice versa? At that point, you can't be friends?
I think unless it's a really prolonged situation where we've been going out for a while, doesn't bother me that much if we've been on a couple dates and they're like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Odds are if they've like hurt one of our feelings, I feel like that means that they stopped talking to us or just kind of like left us at like a, where are we? Like a ghosting situation. And I feel like when that happens, that means we're probably not seeing them out very often. So
yeah.
Have y'all been ghosted a lot? I've been ghosted a lot.
Could be 2, 3, maybe 4.
Yeah.
It's more like a gradual like decline in
Right.
conversation.
Right.
So basically just letting you down easy or whatnot without saying it.
Yeah.
Would you rather somebody just like say it like,
hey, you ain't it?
Yeah.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
I would. I'd rather know instead of somebody being like just not talking to me. Because then I feel like I did something wrong or like I'm the reason why this isn't working. If you're just like, hey, listen, this, and this is not what I'm looking for in a person and, you know, it's not going to work out, I will have so much more respect for you than if you just cut ties.
Yeah.
What do you think? I don't know.
I feel like I pick up on it really quickly so they don't have to. And I'm like, by my first inclination that they're like about to ghost, I've already picked up on it like a week ago. And then
you have really good intuition.
That sounds like a lot of self-sabotaging though.
But I'm always right.
You are.
I will text her and then like be like, homie's like not responding to me right now. I think he's about to drop off. Like a week, 2 weeks later, and
then it's over with.
He's done, gone.
You're always right.
For you, I just want to ask, because you're shy, like I'm shy. I went on a date one time, and and I barely said anything. And so
she talked the whole time?
She was blabbermouth, but
okay, so she didn't talk the whole time because you didn't talk. She just naturally talked.
Well, I think both. She was trying to feel like I think she talks a lot, and then she was trying to fill in the gaps with me as well.
Right.
Sounds
like a nightmare, dude.
It was. And then, but has there ever been a time where you just thought maybe like I'm just too damn shy for somebody? I'm just curious. I know this doesn't have anything to do with the topic. I'm just curious.
No, I've always done much more better like in one-on-one settings. So like on a first date, like I can sit across from you and like talk pretty well. But like if we meet for the first time like in a group setting, and especially if I don't know many other people, I will not be talking much.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
how do we feel about guys sliding in DMs? Is that the same thing as the dating apps, right? Because it's still kind of like behind the screen. Or let's just say, for instance, you have your Instagram, you know, within your bumble because you don't like to, you know, message first, as most girls don't. Right? That's what we hear. Or you also have it, you know, in your Hinge, or God forbid, you still got a Tinder, whatever. How do we feel about guys just sliding into the DM saying, fuck it, I'm just going to shoot. She ain't like my ass, but the hell with it.
I like the DMs. I think social media is like different in that you can like tell more about a person. Like you can see more of their friends. You can see like more of their life essentially. So you can kind of get a better feel for them compared to the apps.
Yeah. I know we hear a lot of women say like they like traditional things. So you would prefer DMs like over a guy like approaching you?
I think I would still.
It's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
And I understand.
Stumper.
Yeah, and I understand. Like you just have to adapt with time. Like that's just what it is. Because I've heard like some old heads say before, like, "Oh, y'all don't do it like we used to do. Like y'all men a week these days. Hey, man,
you gotta keep up.
Yeah, hey, I'm living in Nashville. It may be a girl I like in New York. I gotta.
I'm trying to see what's up.
But yeah. Back to the question.
I think my initial conversation might be better over the DMs because I can think about my responses
Hide
and
behind
like
that
not
screen a
be
little bit.
yeah.
No, but that,
I'm
I'm
just
not making
laughing.
fun of you. I'm not making
Yeah,
fun of you.
No.
it's so real.
Yeah.
And then get like a feel for their personality as much as you can over DMs.
Mm-hmm.
And then meet them and kind of have a sense of like what you're dealing with.
Yeah. Do girls do this? I've heard of this exercise before where like you see a guy like online, right? Look at his Instagram and everything kind of checks out. Do you take it a step further and start like investigating like, oh, like who's commenting, like who's he follow, like who follows him,
Oh, yeah.
tag photos.
You know,
I go to LinkedIn.
Are you doing all of that before you respond to the guy?
Yes.
Damn.
Before you respond to him?
Like if he says, hey, how's it going? You're going to do all that research before you give him a response?
It maybe not the initial like first response back, but by like second or third message, I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. His mom's face. Not really.
No, sister.
No. Max Prep.
She said
Max Prep.
Max Prep. Yeah. Oh God, I was on there. But anyway. But no, that's so. But like, you would do all of that research before you, and at that point, are you just trying to find any red flags you can find?
Yeah, just getting a feel for them.
No, but I feel
not
like also
seeking
it's
out any red flags, but just like seeing who they are.
Sometimes it's a safety thing though too. Like to really just like make sure like if you don't know them, you don't like if you look through their mutual followers and just like make sure that they're like, yo, it's a real person. They know this person. They know them through this, and this. Like before you just go and meet them at some place. Because it is kind of scary to like just meet up with somebody that you don't know, that you've only talked to through DMs.
Yeah, and as a woman, I'll give you guys that, right? Because as guys, we'll never know how that feels. So I got like.
Is it is it like a red, not really a red flag, but is it concerning when they don't have like any mutual followers or anything?
To me, I'd probably be more hesitant.
Yeah.
Is that when the research goes a little bit, you do a little bit more digging on the research?
Yeah. I think because like in Nashville, I should have at least maybe one mutual like.
Right. If you've like lived here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe.
Or and then does it beg the question like, okay, well, where did you find me?
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What if they said the explore page?
I'd be like, I'm on the explore page.
So it would work.
I mean, yeah, being explored.
But then would you not think how many DMs did he slide in from the explore page?
Yeah. For sure.
I just casted a net out there and see. Hey.
Which one of these blondes is gonna respond?
Because I've seen, and not calling y'all regular degglers or anything like that.
Regular degular. So can I interest you guys in some Chardonnay? You look at your bottle.
Yeah, I'll take some.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
Why not?
And the reason why I said the explore page, because I've seen, and I don't know how many likes you guys get like on Instagram. I know I follow you. I don't know about you, but I've seen some girls that get like 200-300 likes and still end up on the explore page. So just to let y'all know, it's very whatever. Yeah, y'all could possibly be on the explore page.
I didn't know that.
Honestly,
The algorithm, man.
I got a like on my picture today from some guy that I don't have any mutual followers with.
Did you happen to take a look
at the name Anna and just all blonde? So
did you happen to take a look at his profile?
It was private.
Did you request him?
No.
Maybe that was an opportunity that you let go by.
But she's not the forward one. She's not going to do it first.
Well, didn't he reach out to her? He liked it.
He could have followed me and then.
But he didn't follow you.
He didn't follow me. He just liked the picture.
Oh, okay, fair enough. He's probably like one of those bots or whatever it is. Yeah.
Was he cute? Did we ask that? Was he cute?
He was private. I mean, I really couldn't tell from his picture.
Well, you can like tap on the thing now.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Can you enlarge it?
I don't think you can enlarge it.
Oh.
Yeah, you can just tap on it. Mm-hmm. You probably just have to put the phone up to your eye.
That's giving like catfish vibes though.
Yeah, because I mean, there was no follow up, right? Like he just sounded like and
yeah.
There probably was a bot. Leave it alone. or it could be good practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, just practice. You don't got to like initiate anything.
I'll get a roster of guinea pigs. So
Yeah.
All right, so moving on to point 3 here. So again, on the preference, go ahead.
I'm sorry. You have a boyfriend, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you? Well, did we talk about how they met?
In the wild.
In the wild.
Yeah. We never got a clear answer on what they meant though.
I guess just out.
Y'all were there.
Literally anything other than like on your phone.
Well,
yeah.
We were there,
okay.
but we want the people to know.
Okay. No, it was in the wild. It was actually probably one of like the worst days of my life, like work wise. And I was like really contemplating, like, is this the right job for me? Is this what I really want to do? Do I need to make, another decision? Because sometimes when I go into crisis mode, I'm like, I need to make a change. Like,
Right.
let's change something up here. So, one of our really good friends, he had a place here in Nashville for a while, and we used to do, what was it, like every Wednesday we'd go and do bonfires over there.
Yes.
And she wasn't feeling too good, or she got off from work late. She was like, I'm not going to that tonight. And I was like, I need to go. I need to get out of my apartment, because working from home, that's also stressful too.
Right.
So I was like, got to change it up. Got to go over there. Let's go hang out. And then she texted me. She said, there's a guy at 10 who's playing, and I like him a little bit. Will you go over there with me? Alabama's playing. Can we just go check it out? Just go scope out the scene. I'm like, I look terrible. I've been crying all day. Looked horrible. And I was like, but you know what? Whatever. Let's go. Let's do it. Showed up. Sure enough, ran into you guys. And my boyfriend was hanging out with one of y'all's friends, I guess.
I went to high school with his really good friend.
Yeah.
And turns out he went to Alabama too. He's just a little bit older than me. And we hit it off. And then from that point forward, I mean, he really made an effort to hang out, because he doesn't live in Nashville. So he made a very strong effort to hang out every single day the rest of the time that he was in Nashville. And he
still makes a good effort to this day. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Like,
but he
damn,
he flew back the next week, and really like balled out to show me that he was like, legit about this. And we just kind of took it from there. But that's kind of a weird scenario, right? Like, to meet somebody that's not from Nashville and like keep things going.
Yeah,
I feel like people don't do that.
So let me ask you this. So did you like that feeling better of him, like being there? And I really don't know who approached who. Like, I just know you guys met each other right there that night. So did you like it better in that situation where he approached you or you approached him, rather than if somebody slid in your DMs? And I can imagine not anybody, like no dude sliding in any girl's DMs like in this city. I know it happens like quite often. So did you like that feeling better?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
All right.
Yeah. No, there's just something to be said about like, you're not expecting to meet anybody. And people always say that, right? Like, you're going to find somebody when you least expect it. Like, again, probably one of the worst days of my life. But there's something to be said about like meeting somebody. I felt like I'd known him for 20 years when we had started talking. And then it was just like, boom, from there, we just continued the conversation, continued to make effort. And I think that to me goes further than any DM ever will.
Yeah. If a man wanted to, he would.
Period. Yep.
She said period.
Yeah, I know, right? And I cringe, but we won't get I cringe, but we won't get into that. Before we move on to point number 3, I didn't know, were you guys wrapped up with 2, or did we have some more on that front? Because I got point number 3 is going to really kind of challenge the group here. So,
oh boy,
I don't have anything else to say about that.
I need to pull my booty shorts up a little bit.
it's all about you, dude.
Yeah, I ain't trying to make it about me, but I was like, damn, they riding up on me right now.
All right, so preface on me to God. Does what you're looking for determine where you're looking?
That's a great question.
Yeah, it really
I
is.
told you it's going to be a real stumper now.
No, yeah.
A lot of thought put into this.
I've been thinking about that a lot recently.
Do you guys know what type of man you want?
Yes.
Look, obviously you do.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm told quite often that I'm too picky because I have just like a set guy in my mind, and I have like
We like to call you nitpickers.
I have a criteria that's way too picky, and I can admit that.
Can we kind of dive into it a little bit?
Sure.
Maybe, might as well.
I mean, I'm from a small town in Alabama. You can assume. And so, so it's been hard for me, and that's probably maybe why I haven't had a boyfriend the whole time I've been in Nashville for 3.5 years. Is because a lot of the guys here, especially like in this area downtown, just aren't really what I vibe with, essentially.
Right.
So when we
I vibe with guys from like back home. When I go back home, I'm like, these are my husbands here.
Right. So one would beg the question, why in Nashville and not
I know.
Alabama?
I know. I've been thinking about that a lot recently.
If you move, I swear.
Have you thought about, is it a thought that you have? Like, have you thought about moving?
Yeah,
Yeah. To find that?
essentially.
Yeah.
I also would like to be closer
now
to
I'm getting
home,
kind of
just for family.
I can't lose my partner in crime.
Yeah, just to be closer to family, but essentially, yeah, I'm more comfortable. Even in Birmingham, I'm it's a smaller vibe. I know people in Birmingham, and it's just the vibes are different, obviously. But yeah, when I go back home, I went back home for the Iron Bowl, and I was we tailgated with all these people back home, and I was these are my people.
Right.
I could find a husband at this tailgate immediately. So yeah.
But would it be?
That's not an Auburn fan, also.
Right. I'm Ohio State. All right. Everybody.
I'm just curious on the type of, when you say picky, are we talking about just style, demeanor? Are we looking at salary expectations? Are we looking at height requirements?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm just kidding. What's the height requirement?
I'm 5'9" flat footed, so I ideally 6 foot.
Right.
Okay.
Not too picky.
So we talking.
Well, the average guy is 5'8" though. So.
Okay. So.
I've been cursed from day one. Just
absolutely.
Height, so
I have the height preference set on Hinge. I don't get anything less than 6 foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, people lie on there too. So.
You're correct.
Yeah.
If they say 5'11", they're at least 5'9". Because why
5'9"
would you
to
say
5'11"?
5'11" if you're?
What if they say 6 foot?
Then they're probably 5'11",
What if they say 6'1"?
and then probably 6 foot. You sit down at least an inch.
So I forgot what I was going to ask. That was funny as shit. And so I'm from Alabama as well, a little small town Alabama, and I just like the style because I know it's a different style from Alabama to up here in Nashville, depending where you are. So we talking about the little short shorts with the polos on, and is that
No.
It's a hell no for me.
Not for me personally. I like I said, grew up in such a small town, so all the guys I grew up with, jeans, boots, drives a truck, works on the farm,
Blue collar.
right.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. Are they just waiting and itching for you to come back to Alabama? Are there any eligible?
some.
Are there any eligible guys there right now that you like?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have marriage packs. If I'm not married by a certain age, I have some guys from back home that
What's the first age, if you don't mind me asking?
it gets.
how are you?
I
now?
extend it every year. I'm 26,
Okay. All right.
and I say by 30, but I don't know. That's 4 years away.
So correct me if I'm wrong. So basically, what it sounds like to me is
Because everybody back home is already married,
I
and
was
I'm
just going to say, I think that's an interesting thing to talk about too, is from up north, people don't get married until they're at least 30. Yep. Down south, when I went to Bama, there were girls getting engaged ring before spring, you know,
22,
that is,
23,
which is crazy to me. Because I feel like I'm such a different person than I was when I was in college. I mean, it's just, you just mature. When you go into the working world, it's very different. And I just can't imagine personally getting engaged that young. And I understand now from an outsider looking in, oh my gosh, why people up north have waited so long. Because down south it was oh my God, wait, should I be here? Should I be thinking about that right now? No, you barely know how to take care of yourself.
Exactly.
I don't know.
And I think that's just a small town thing because, like I said, I'm small town Alabama, and personally, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be in a relationship in your 20s, but I think your 20s should be fun, carefree, date who you want to date, do what the hell you want to do. But it never fails. I'll go home and people are asking me, "Oh, you got a girlfriend? When y'all getting married? Y'all not engaged yet? When you getting the ring?
When you gonna have kids?
Yeah, when you gonna have kids? Leave me the hell alone.
Yeah.
I'm not even 30 yet. About to be, but I'm not even 30 yet.
You look good.
Thank you. How old do I look now? I'm playing. Man, you
26. Go ahead.
But yeah, like I get that question, but I think it's just like a small town thing because there's nothing else to do.
Correct.
It's nothing going on in the city. Not a whole lot of people doing a whole lot of nothing. So you got to get married and have kids, and your kids are your fun.
True.
Whereas we are in a bigger city, not big city, but bigger city, and it's plenty of shit to do. And it's like, man, fuck them kids.
Right. Correct.
Yeah, you're gonna offend me. So basically, what it sounds like is this. I'm sorry if I keep picking it. I gotta challenge you again. So you said marriage pacts, and they keep extending year by year. It sounds like you just in Nashville want to have your fun. That's what it sounds like. And then I'm gonna go back to Alabama. Okay, now I'm ready.
Yeah. No, for sure.
And nothing wrong with that.
I didn't think I would be in Nashville after I finished grad school. I was like, I'll finish grad school, move back somewhere. I don't know where. Somewhere, probably Birmingham. But I've stayed, and it's because I have so much fun. And then I like compare my life to like people's back home, and I like feel sorry for them because they like got married at 22, have like 2 kids already, and I'm like, they don't even know, like.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to offend nobody, but
So, I'm definitely happy where I'm at.
I saw a couple from, and before we get ready to move on here, but no, I saw a couple from, so I'm from Florence, a small town as well, 40,000 people in Alabama.
Neighboring cities.
Yeah, neighboring cities. And I saw a couple that got married literally right after college, they're like 22, 23. They have 2 kids now, and they just went to New York for the first time like 5 years later. And it was like this big family thing. And I'm like, I could be in New York tomorrow. I'm just like, but I also don't know what it's like to have like that love of a family either, though. So it's like it's almost like opportunity cost, right? Where you gonna give up to get what you want. So I thought that was really interesting. Though. I was like, New York's not this big thing.
Yeah,
but
it is for people in Alabama.
It is. So did you have anything else that you wanted on 3 there?
I'm good, bro. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, no problem. So on 4, right? So we have the perspective of both of you ladies here. So what would you say most girls' preference is, if you're speaking for most women, as far as like where to meet a guy, whether it be in public, on social media, the DMs, like what?
I think in public, in the wild, will always be number one. It's just
definitely in the wild. We're gonna have to.
Yeah, we're gonna.
That's in the caption.
Yeah, we might get it on some merch or something. Yeah, in the wild. Yeah, I met him in the wild. Yeah.
It just makes you feel wholesome when you meet a guy in the wild. Yeah,
there's no butterflies that can compare to that feeling of like meeting them in the wild. You know, you look at your phone, you see like some dude that doesn't follow you slid into your DMs. It's like, okay, and then it's like somebody like approaches you and they're like genuinely curious about you and want to know about your life, and then it's like, wait, that's actually really kind and genuine that they're taking an interest in me. I don't know. That's how I see it.
Give advice to our male followers here. So when you say a guy that initially approaches you, he's genuine and kind and curious, what does that look like from I don't say like one-liner, but like how does he approach?
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a one-liner, but like, for instance, like when my boyfriend approached me, he was like, oh, you went to Alabama, you're cheering for Alabama. Like, I'm noticing you are, doing this, this, and this. So I'm going to ask you about that, like just like taking an interest in either something that I'm wearing or what I'm, where we are, something that's like thought engaging and like, not just like, hey, you like your hair looks good. Like, so, you know what I mean? Like he genuinely had to sit there and notice that me and you were rooting for Alabama. And be like, hey, did you go to Alabama? What year did you graduate? Something like that.
Fellas, she's giving you free game right here.
Yeah, free game.
Just like take an interest in it and like ask a genuine question. Don't just be like, your hair looks good.
Okay, what if he went to Auburn and he comes to tell you he's a attractive guy?
Well, he's done.
Yeah, exactly. See, we talk about being picky.
Immediately.
See, we talk about being picky. And he just goes to tell you, he's like, man, the hell with Alabama.
Hey, but the thing is, that's a chance to be like very witty.
Well,
you can see like the funny side.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. No, you can.
Yeah, me personally, Alabama, I'm Auburn. The first thing I'm gonna say to you, War Eagle, and then right there I'm gonna see how like you can take the shit and
yeah, because he wouldn't say it to you if he didn't think you were attractive though.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fair.
Right?
What do you think? You are way more deeply rooted in the Auburn hatred than I.
I could roll with it though, for sure. Yeah, back and forth like that, especially if I can like can be sarcastic and like joke and like funny and stuff in the initial like conversation, then
Yeah, like if he checked every box and like he just happened to go to Auburn, like that wouldn't be like, oh fuck him, I'm done with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm about to say we starting to get real granular here now.
I got some men on the roster from Auburn right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, hey, if y'all watching, hey man, I guess love for it to be. All right, so you guys say most women would like to meet, their guy or potential guys like organically.
I feel like
right. Most women would say that. But we always get this but only if the guy's attractive. All right. And I feel like that's so subjective. Because what reasonably looking guy is going to think that he's not attractive?
Right. Also, I think just comparing to the dating apps, I don't know, me personally, I feel like I would find a guy more attractive in person than through on the dating apps.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
See that. Yeah. But I also feel like you have a type. You're a type. You know what you want. Who was it that was it's Brooke's type? We don't fucking know. Can I say that? Sorry.
Yeah, I gotta say what you want to say. Yeah. You didn't say anything about a bulldog, so you good.
But I feel like for you, you kind of know what you're looking for in the looks department.
Just in a appearance type vibe, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I just kind of roll with it.
You do.
Half the time I'm trolling people.
Literally.
In the other half.
What was that?
I said in the other half.
What do you mean?
You said half the time you're trolling people. What about the other half?
I just walk away. I don't even entertain it.
So that doesn't just inspire a degree of confidence for a guy that wants to walk up to you. So on one hand, I'm going to get trolled. On the other hand, you're going to walk away. Why would I approach you?
That's fair. That's fair.
You're not leaving any more of the pie.
That's fair. Again, that's why I said I approach them.
Fair enough. You did say that.
Very much a person.
You got me on that one.
So.
Rare, but you got me on that one.
Oh man. What do you think a girl's preference is? Or a woman?
I definitely think a girl's preference is in person. Because, we always talk about DM purgatory. Mm-hmm. A lot of girls, never really check that. DM purgatory? All right. So DM purgatory is when a guy follows you, you don't follow him back. And so he sends you a message and it goes to your request.
Right.
And he's just in there waiting until you, maybe see the request. Yeah, purgatory. DM purgatory. That's what we call it. It is trendy. Yeah, we might get that on some merch, too.
Yeah, we have to. We have to. Before somebody else try to steal it.
I know, right? Yeah. But so I would say most girls probably, in my experience, do like the organic approach. But I think as a guy, it's like walking a thin line at the same time, right? Because you want to come across I'm into you, I think you're attractive, but I'm also not creepy. Mm-hmm. And you got when you first approach a girl, you got maybe 2 or 3 seconds for that shit to go right. And if it don't, it's over with.
That's true.
So I think a lot of times girls are oh yeah, that's my preference, but it's
elevator speech.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure on guys walking up saying something. And to your point, it don't necessarily have to be a one-liner or anything, but I don't think women really understand how much pressure that is on a dude, how hard that shit is.
And let me just give y'all an example. Guys really sit there and talk about hey, I want so-and-so may be out tonight. What should I not really what should I say to her, but how does this sound if I would say this to her? Guys really sit down and think.
Oh yeah, we've been talking about this for an hour.
Yeah.
And then she done left.
Y'all got a list on your phone?
Say it again.
You got a list on your phone?
What do you mean a list?
Of what you would say to her?
No. So it's say we're out at the. You want me to take it or you got it?
You got
okay, so let's just say, for instance, we at Tin Roof. Right? Okay. Everybody goes there. And we see somebody walk in, we're like, damn, she attractive. I want to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? We might sit there for 30 minutes, hey, how should I lead with this?
Rehearse.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we know we got 2.
It might just pop up in the head, you got some, I almost said the N word, but you got some clever ass people. You got some clever ass people out there, or a clever ass moment sometimes. And it's just it just comes to you oh man, I fucking got this. But then other times, yeah, like you said, we sit there and just kind of talk about it a little bit or whatnot.
Because what you want to do is it's different, right? Because you see, physically, again, this is one of my big things. Everybody knows, look at somebody what they're attracted to them or not. You know at that point, if I want to talk to you, even give a damn what you got to say. And for me, I'm always all right, now I need to see you interact for 10, 15, 20 minutes because that's going to dictate what I say, right, and like how my approach is. For people that are more outgoing,
But that's smart.
do some more outgoing shit.
That's smart though. You're reading the situation, you're reading the room, and then you're figuring out how you're going to approach them. Not a lot of people think like that.
Oh well, it's trial and error though. You understand what didn't work. You understand what did work. But that's just like a piece, like I guess, into the guy's insight as to like the things that we think about and how difficult it really is. And like rejection is like not really it. It's like, all right, like what the fuck am I gonna say?
Rejection's a motherfucker. Not really, but it is. But I know we're all dying to hear my answer on this. What I think girls' preferences are.
We're itching.
Not really. Mine. I feel like mine is very short. So I feel like if a guy slides in a girl's DM, obviously I think it's like, ooh, like who is this dude? Like, where is he from? Like, what is he about? Blah blah blah. And you may, the guy just writes him, and then the girl's just doing all this. Like, they may write him, they may not, and then the girls may see this guy out in person.
Ooh,
it's a game changer.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks better. Oh, he's really about that.
He's taller.
Yeah, taller.
He's 6'4" and light skin with tattoos. My bad. Go ahead.
Keep it alone. Okay, but let's just say if it is me.
In this example, it always is. But go ahead, man.
No, it's not. But I have I have slid in a girl's DM before. And me personally, I do think I'm an attractive dude. Like, ain't nobody about to tell me I'm not, because I see some ugly motherfuckers out there. And you can't tell me that I don't look good after seeing them. But anyway, and we're not cutting that out. Yeah. But I don't think I take the best pictures. I don't think I'm very photogenic at all. I just know what it is. But girl didn't write me back, or she did write me back, and I can just tell she wasn't feeling it, but sees me on a person. Oh, hey, how you doing? I just wrote you last week. What happened then? You weren't trying to show me no attention then?
And then, you got the upper hand at that point.
Yeah, we're going to talk on my terms. But, but with all that being said, yes, I do feel like girls or women would rather be approached in person rather than DMs, because it's not a good initial read at first, because it may be a person like me, not very photogenic. You may be seeing all my flaws, little gap in my tooth, all that good stuff.
Right. Your messaging may be dry.
Yeah.
You're like, this dude boring as hell.
Yeah, and I actually am a boring ass like texter. So
like, what would you say first? Like, if you were going to slide into Anna's DMs, like, what would you say?
God is good.
He's still in my shit. Hey, it's January 2nd and he's still in the blessed business. He already at work, goddamn.
Oh man. But yeah, I feel like that's a cute and good one-liner, but I think
It's a cute little That is so funny.
You see why I say laughing with this dude all the time, bro? He says some shit, I'm like, bro, what? Keep going.
But
you just gotta let him keep going.
Yeah.
Let him dig his own grave.
But true. But yeah, I think gifts are a good little DM slide action or whatnot. I haven't used many of them at all, but I think that's
you're gonna make the girl laugh.
Yeah,
because anybody can be like, oh, hey, beautiful, and it's like, that's boring.
Yeah, that's boring. So original.
Yeah.
Like, but if I were to do it in person,
we should make a poll. How many times have you gotten "Hey, beautiful"?
That's good.
In your DMs.
You like that? You like that? Well, no, because then you can't really make a.
No, we can say his "Hey, beautiful" a good DM.
No, you could go like over under how many times and put in like 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50.
Yeah, it's gonna be over all. It's gonna be over all of those. You talking about somebody at least 25? It's probably gonna be over 100. To be honest, if they start looking at the requests.
Yeah. I mean, you can still do it though.
Sorry, didn't mean to get
excited. No, you guys are fine. But no, wrapping us up here, right? So we've discussed, what are girls' preferences, where they want to meet men here. Again, we introduced Anna and Brooke. You guys heard their answers. We love to see your answers in the comment section, right? Streaming on all platforms now.
Yeah, make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube, but we're on Apple and Spotify.
Apple and Spotify. How many YouTube subscribers now? Because you love, this is your piece. He monitors it every day.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but we actually grow every time every time we drop a video, we have 28 subscribers.
Moving on up.
But the views are like,
Come on, guys, get them to 30. They need 30.
Well, that's why we got you guys here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, tell your friends, and your friends, and your friends. Anyway, but we actually have like a whole lot of views. Like we have like literally over like 600 views on the thing. And if y'all don't believe me, I will send a screenshot.
But again, you guys heard their answers on it. You heard our answers on it. Feel free to comment in the YouTube section. We will be obviously dropping a reel as with all our videos. Feel free to comment on Instagram. And as always, until next time, peace. All right, guys, we're good.
Cheers.
Yay.
Yeah, cheers.
Woohoo.
Did you guys have fun?
Thanks, guys. Yeah.